Welcome to our channel. I'm Kaiyi with CGTN along with my crew here, and we're coming to you live in the city of Hong Kong. Well, I'm not here today to hit up any fancy restaurants in search of authentic food. Rather, I'm here to explore one of the most iconic neighborhoods in the city. Well, before we go into any details, let me just give you an idea of where I am exactly. Well, I'm at a junction of multiple roads. If you look at the road right in front of me, this road is called Hollywood Road. And if you look above, the one above there, it's called Granham Street up there. And if you look at my right-hand side, you can actually see the street sign, Lyndhurst Terrace. So you can see this is a place where multiple roads converge. And now if I could just have my cameraman pan over to that direction, we can actually see the iconic central mid-levels escalators right over there. Now, if we go further down this way, we're actually gonna see the old Central Police Station. So, in order to better explore the neighborhood, and also just in case I get lost along the way because I don't know the place too well, I invited a friend of mine to come over and show me around. Well, she's actually right over here. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm gonna introduce you to my guest, Mr. Janice Chen.
Hi,
Janice.
Hi, my
Janice.
friends at CGTN. I'm Janice, and we're now here with Kevin at Central. Yeah, Central is one of the busiest area in Hong Kong, so I'm very happy to bring you here and show you around. So,
I'm excited. Yes. Right. Janice is actually a TV host that works for TVB, which is a Hong Kong-based television broadcasting company. She's actually quite famous both in the mainland and in Hong Kong because you're also the producer of your documentary series, No Poverty Land.
Yeah.
No Poverty Land, right. But before we go into any details of that, first of all, I just have one real quick question.
Okay.
Yeah, this road is called Hollywood Road,
Yes.
right? I think the very first question everybody wonders is that where does the name come from?
Oh, well, to be exact, as I learned from my friends who are familiar with this district,
Yes.
he told me that Hollywood Road has nothing to do with the Western entertainment business in the States. Yeah, I think this is why this is called Hollywood Road has to do with something back down the history lane of Hong Kong.
Right.
And as we can see, this road here, this street here, be careful.
Sorry.
It's one of the busiest roads in Hong Kong. Has a lot of history. History of East meeting West.
Yes.
So as we can see, there are lots of expats here. They're all here for work, for entertainment, because along the street there are lots of boutique shops selling art pieces, and also some really nice restaurants, bars, and stuff.
Yes.
So
Right.
this is the area where I come often.
You came often.
For work, or also to relax with my friends after hours, etc., etc. And I'm very happy to bring you here, Kevin, because for every tourist coming to Hong Kong, I would definitely bring them to Central, especially to Hollywood Road.
Right. That's why you said this is where we're going to meet this afternoon, right?
Yes.
So
Definitely.
even though the name Hollywood Road does not directly connect to the Hollywood in the U.S., but we do see on the facade of this building, the image of Charlie Chaplin, Audrey Hepburn,
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, a little bit to the left. This is Audrey Hepburn, and also Marilyn Monroe. And the left side of the building, I also saw earlier Frank Sinatra. So, so I think this kind of represents the golden time of Hollywood in the U.S. I think the artists who painted them actually linked the two in their own way.
Yes.
And this also speaks about Hong Kong's role as a meeting point, as we said, of East meets West.
Most definitely. So,
Yes.
I think this wall is. Oh yeah, hello.
Okay, here's
all very
your
excited.
fans.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
You're
They're all-
so popular in the city.
Because this particular road is one of the most popular road in Hong Kong, in
Yes.
particular Hong Kong Island. Yes, so there are lots of people, local Hong Kongers and also expats, foreigners, etc. They will come here to relax because me myself, I come here a lot because my gym is here. My gym is here. My beauty salon is here. My dentist is here. My doctor is here. So there are lots of reasons for me to come here, and this is a really energetic part of our city.
So you,
Yes.
it sounds like you came here on a daily basis.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I come
yes.
here a few times.
Right.
Few times quickly.
Is there one story or two that you want to share with us between you and this road or this area? Is there a story?
Yes. I mean, as we are walking along Hollywood Road,
Yes.
we will approach to Lan Kwai Fong.
Okay,
Yes.
Lan Kwai Fong. Yeah.
Have you heard of Lan Kwai Fong?
The bar area.
The bar area, yes. I remember when I was younger. When I was younger, I would go to Lan Kwai Fong a lot to hang out with my friends after work and stuff because I came back to Hong Kong in around 2003, year 2003.
2003.
Yes,
Okay.
and it was around like 20 years ago. I was relatively younger back then.
Yeah.
And that particular area in Lan Kwai Fong is full of energy. Lots of people there. They
Right.
hang around, they have a drink, they relax, and it's also a perfect social point, social area
Yes.
for us to meet people from around the world. Because Hong Kong is really a place. We can describe Hong Kong as an international window to the world. Lots of people come to Hong Kong for work, opportunities, and I think they're really happy and they had a great time. And at night time, a lot of them will go to Lan Kwai Fong to have a drink and to exchange ideas, to make friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yo, so that's a great place. If there is one place that you want to let us know that you think most impressed you, that must be Lan Kwai Fong.
In Central, I think, because
In Central.
It's a perfect place for us
Yeah.
to meet new friends,
Yeah.
and to chill and to have fun.
Yes, it's also where you spent perhaps most of your time.
Yeah.
So, okay, as we walk along, we can also see that there is a central mid-levels escalator.
Yes.
Right, this is also iconic.
Yeah, it's really iconic.
Yeah. Do you often go there to ride on the escalators?
Me, no, actually.
No.
Yeah, so, but I of course know that this place is very iconic
Yeah.
to many people
Yes.
because it's also a great place for us to do our shootings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you previously, I guess there are so many documentaries or feature stories you gonna do right in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So in this area, this including Lan Kwai Fong, right? This central area. What does it mean exactly for people in Hong Kong?
I think in particular central area and also upper central area, 上环还有中环地带.
Yes.
It's a place for us to do business. It's one of the busiest district in Hong Kong in terms of people doing business, financial center for economic growth, and also a lot of foreigners who work in Hong Kong. They also like to stay in the central area. They choose to live here. Yeah, so I think it's a great area for us to, how do we say, to exchange Eastern and also Western ideas. Yes, as you can see, there are lots of
Yeah, lots of
foreigners
expats, right?
Yeah.
And lots of young kids as well.
here. Yeah,
Yeah, so this place is actually really vibrant.
it's vibrant. Yes.
Yeah. So, yes, for those of you who are just tuning in, you're watching the CGTN live streaming I'm Kaiyi, your host today, and this is Janice Chen.
Hey.
He's a host from TVB. Me and Janice, we're going to show you like one of the most vibrant, iconic neighborhoods in Hong Kong.
Yep.
And actually, let me catch my breath first.
Yes, it's kind
so
of
tiring.
hot here. In Hong Kong, it's a typical summer day.
Yes.
34, 30-something degrees Celsius here.
Yes. So, guys, let me know in the comments. Have you ever been to Hong Kong? If you have, is there any specific thing you want to mention? Tell us how you felt about your trip. If you haven't, me and Janice, we're going to do our best to show you this place.
Can we read the comments?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do it later.
I like to interact with you guys.
All right.
I want to know what you guys think about Hong Kong.
Yes.
Yeah. And
So we're actually in a minute we're gonna step onto the mid-levels escalators.
Yeah.
That's gonna make it a lot easier, I suppose.
yeah.
So, Janice, I'm just wondering, where does this mid-levels escalators lead us to?
It's gonna lead us to the mid-levels.
To the mid-levels.
Yeah, to the mid-levels.
Okay.
Up here.
Okay. Now
Can we
we're
go?
coming up to the
Yeah.
escalators finally.
Okay.
Oh,
To be honest, I haven't been outdoor in Hong Kong
for so long.
For so long.
Okay.
And it's kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So this escalator actually reminds me of a place you've been to in the Chinese mainland, and that is the Cliff Village in southwest China.
Yeah.
Well, I saw your footage climbing up that, sky ladders. I mean, even though with hand railings at both sides, it still looks frightening, dangerous,
It
right?
is quite frightening.
Right. Tell me about that experience.
Wow. That day we have to climb some 2,000 steps of ladder
Yes.
to interview the villagers who used to be in extreme poverty, but now they're out of poverty now. But
Yes.
we went back to visit where they used to live, which is up in the mountains.
Yep.
We have to climb 2,556 steps of ladder to go back to where they used to live. It's very difficult. It's really challenging. And at one point, I was nearly fainting and wanted to just give up. But it was the villagers who encouraged me to keep going, to keep climbing up the stairs, because I think only by really experiencing what they have experienced that I can truly understand what they've been through.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was quite an experience, but I'm lucky that I had the chance to have the opportunity to really experience what they had experienced before, which was really difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the Cliff Village that you went to do share some similarities with Hong Kong, as they are both built on the hills, right? They all both have this bizarre, unique geographical features. Yes. So I'm just wondering, you. Okay. Yes. Yes. Let us catch a breath. Yes. So you were born and raised in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
So as a local Hong Konger, what do you think differentiate Hong Kong the most from other cities?
Well, of course, it's my hometown. I'm born here. I'm raised here. So of course, I do have a special feeling towards this city.
Yes.
I think my childhood years and a lot of great memories are in Hong Kong, and what makes Hong Kong so special and so different from other cities, I think, aside from my personal feeling and touch towards the city, is also the energy. I think the energy.
The energy.
I think it's a great cultural pot. East meeting West, we can meet friends from around the world. I have friends here who came from the other part of the world to Hong Kong to work and to experience it, and they also bring their culture to Hong Kong. And that's why when we are when we are having a tea, having a lunch, we can always exchange new ideas, and it's a great place for me also to have a broader vision, to have an international vision. I think it's a great global window to the world.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the Asian financial hub. It's a city where East meets West.
Yes.
Well, in this city, you can spot so many differences. Well, somebody say it's all about differences these days, but on the flip side, it's all about fusion these days as well.
Yes.
You've been in the mainland, and also you were born and raised in Hong Kong, of course. You know both places very well. I just want to ask you, is there any example of fusion that you spotted between the Chinese mainland and Hong Kong in recent years?
Wow. Last year I started to have more opportunities for me to go back to China, mainland China, for work and to experience, to make new friends. And throughout these years I've been to many cities. During the shooting of No Poverty Land, I went to some used to be underprivileged or poor, relatively poor cities, and then this year I went to some cities, some urban cities of China, Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, etc., etc. I think China itself is very colorful. Yeah, we have lots of different characteristics in different parts of China itself as a country, and Hong Kong being part of this country, I think it's really amazing how we can contribute to this colorful picture of China. Yes, because of our unique history, and of course also the Lion Rock spirit of Hong Kong people. I think there's a lot that we can contribute to our country, and as a whole, Hong Kong people can grow and develop and to prosper, yeah, along with our country. China.
Right. Someone just left us a comment. It's from Kevin James. He actually said that Hollywood Road is connected to named by Sir John Francis Davis. Right. So that's a great piece of history.
Yes.
Another origin, he said, mentioned for the name is that holly shrubs. It's actually kind of a plant. Hollywood grew up at one time. We're growing in the area. Yeah, where the road was constructed. So I think that's
that I didn't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much the origin
of
Hollywood. One of the most iconic streets in this neighborhood. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's all.
Please be careful. Please be careful.
Right, as we. So we just talked about fusion of the city.
Yeah.
Now, so this area.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering where Lan Kwai Fong is.
Lan Kwai Fong. Let me see. Lan Kwai Fong is not this area. Lan Kwai Fong, I think it's that way.
In that way.
Down the street.
Okay.
係咪？呢個唔係蘭桂坊，蘭桂坊呢邊上環㗎啦嘛，蘭桂坊唔得。
Oh, it's that way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just talked about the Cliff Village, that experience you've had.
Yeah.
And I know there's so many other places you just said. You've been so many other places in the Chinese mainland to film your documentary series.
Yes.
I binge watched it. It's amazing. Me and my colleagues
so
both think it's amazing. Right. So many places you've been to, right? Can you tell us one or two stories that impressed you the most when filming this documentary?
Oh, wow. We went to 13, 14 places during our shooting, and I met wonderful people, really, really, really wonderful people. Mm-hmm. They all have a really strong story behind them. The way how they deal with their life, the difficulties, etc. I think really inspired me.
Yes.
And where should we go?
Oh, it's blocked. Okay.
It's blocked. And me and my team, I think the most memorable places that I've been to during that trip
Of course, Cliff Village is definitely one of them, right?
The Cliff Village, I think I want to share with you the story of Yunnan.
Of Yunnan.
Yunnan.
Great.
Yeah, Yunnan coffee.
Yunnan coffee.
Yunnan coffee is quite.
I've never tried it.
Famous. Yes, it's popular. It's really popular.
How is different from more like westernized coffee?
I think it's the story behind the Yunnan coffee that I tasted and I explore the story behind the particular Yunnan coffee that makes it so unique. Is that the place that I went to in Yunnan, there are some women coffee farmers.
Yes.
Yes, and they told me that before farming planting coffee beans, they didn't really have a vision in life. They are living in poverty for one, and also they don't recognize themselves as having a prominent social status. That's how they told me. And after deciding to plant and to farm coffee beans, they then earn money by themselves, and that they can self-sustain their lives, and also they can also help the whole village to get out of poverty by planting the coffee beans. So I think the coffee that they made me, the particular cup of coffee, is really filled with Chinese story of how Chinese women, in particular, are really fighting for their own lives, and also to have a better future with their own hands. That they do not need to rely on the husband. That's what they told me.
Yeah.
Now I can go out and earn money by myself and buy whatever I want. So I think the self-esteem has also, because of the power and their ability to work and to plant those coffees, they now find a future on their own.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that speaks about, like, the stories of them speak about how China is making its efforts to reduce poverty over the past few years. And also, that's the theme your documentary series revolving around. So, great story. You experienced something quite unique and different in Yunnan, right? And the coffee, I do want to try it.
Yes, you should try it.
Yeah, maybe in my next business trip, I'm gonna try it. Yes. So I've also heard that the second installment of No Poverty Land, you're in the middle of preparation for that, right?
Actually, we finished the shooting already.
Oh, you finished? That's great. That's great. That's great for our fans, you know.
I just came back from mainland China a few days ago.
Yes.
I just came back to Hong Kong a few days ago, and we finished the shooting of the season 2 of No Poverty Land, and I cannot wait to share more stories with you and our audiences. And the reason why I have to rush back to Hong Kong is of course for the 25th anniversary of our handover, and also is to come back and work on the production of the post-production. Sorry, the post-production of our show.
Yes.
Yeah. So I look forward to sharing more about what I've seen and the people that I've met during this trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it sounds so exciting. It sounds that finally we're going to see the second set of this No Poverty Land. You know, me and my colleagues, lots of my colleagues have texted me. So they're all like huge fans of yours.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So I think you previously said that there are so many great stories that's documentable in the Chinese mainland, right? Yes. And I think if you think about me and my colleagues, we came to Hong Kong this time also to tell great stories of Hong Kong. Yes. I remember over the past couple of days, I just this Monday I interviewed Alan Zeman. the chairman of Lang Pei Fang Group. Yeah. And also we talked to the police officers of the city who've been trying their best to safeguard Hong Kong. And also some of the economists, experts that share their insights on the city's status quo and future in terms of its role as an international financial hub. So we spotted so many great stories in Hong Kong. And I think some people often say that, great stories speak for themselves. But in reality, that's not the case, right? Most of the time they don't. They can only be heard when somebody finds them and tells them in the right narrative. That's why you've been in mainland shooting the first and second installment of No Poverty Land, and that's why me and my colleagues, we came to Hong Kong to tell great stories because...
Thank you.
Because those great stories,
yes,
they deserve to be heard.
Thank you, thank you, thank
you. And as you mentioned especially, we're now at the juncture of celebrating the 25th anniversary of Hong Kong's return to China. I just want to ask you what kind of a future that you're hoping for the city?
Well, I think I have full confidence in our future because I think Hong Kong people, we all have that lion rock spirit, yes, and which it's also in every one of us. For example, the villages, I can also see that can-do spirit, that never give up spirit. Yes. So Hong Kong in particular, we're popular, we're famous for our lion rock spirit. So although we have encountered some ups and downs, but I think that throughout these years, it's really important that we hold our hands together, that we face the problems together. Yes. And now that we have returned to our motherland, to China, for 25 years, I think we all have more of a confidence because we have a greater platform for youngsters to develop the career, first of all, and also because of the people. I think there's some kind of energy in every Chinese, that we are together. This togetherness really pushes us forward, and that helped us to encounter or to solve any problems that we have. So I'm very confident in Hong Kong's future.
Yes. Right, that togetherness, that can-do spirit that you mentioned. Yes, you also mentioned the youngsters, the younger generation of Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Well, they will eventually enter the workforce and shape the backbone of the city's economy over the next 5 to 10 years. Right. So what advice do you have for the city's young people, if you have any?
I think Hong Kong youngsters, teenagers, we have a vision. We all have a vision. Yes. And as to how to achieve that goal, achieve our goals, pursue our dreams, I think I always encourage them to really, they need to come back to our mainland China, to meet more people, to learn more about our country, and then you can find more ways to pursue and also to accomplish your goals. Because last year, as I have many different opportunities to visit Hong Kong, to visit and meet many Hong Kong youngsters who they are working in mainland China. Yes. And I can see that they have broadened their career path, and I'm very happy to see that. So I really encourage more Hong Kong youngsters to really open their eyes and to come back to mainland China to know more about our country, and then you will find your career path and also to pursue and to accomplish more, I'm sure.
Yes, right. That's very well said. I think the younger population, that also includes you, who went to the mainland working to show great stories once again.
Yes.
And there's also someone who just left us a message. The Central Mid-Levels Escalator and walkaway system in Hong Kong is the longest outdoor covered escalator system in the world.
In the world?
In the world. The system covers over 800 meters in length.
Wow.
wow, I did not know that before. I think there are so many hidden histories
Yes.
about, the street and the neighborhood.
Oh.
Now, where we are at this, we can see the street line. We can see the street sign here.
Oh yeah.
So Hollywood Road, we were there kicking off our live streaming, and there are a museum. Soho is actually a food street, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Where
yes.
all the bars and
All the bars. So it's pretty much
live
like
bands. Yeah,
Okay.
Where the actions are, and we can meet new friends, and
Right.
it's a really definitely a great place to visit. Soho.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So now we're actually at the Mid-Levels.
Residency
This is
area.
actually Mid-Levels, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. I think I can spend all day walking around, exploring
I think we should
this
stop
area.
walking and find a bar and sit down
Yeah.
and have a drink.
Yeah, that's
I think that's
exactly
a good idea, right?
exactly what I'm planning.
Yeah.
There are so many great stuff in this area.
Oh.
It's vibrant. It's one of the best representation of Hong Kong's role as a meeting point of East meeting West.
Do you like it so far?
Yeah, I like it so much. I
Yeah.
like it so much. Hong Kong is such a great city. I feel proud. I don't know about others just yet. I don't know about my colleagues, but I feel proud. I feel excited to see Hong Kong as such a great and vibrant city, and with so many great stories we can film, we can tell.
Yeah.
Yes, so I think that's the meaning why we're here. Yes, I think once again, thank you so much for being with me today and
Kevin.
showing me around.
Thank you.
I think this nostalgia, this taste of nostalgia is
Yes.
like bringing back so many memories and emotions of yours as well. This trip, I enjoy all the sceneries and all the stuff that we just saw, and you also get something to take away as well, because
Yes.
you were born and raised here. You have the personal connection to this area. So I'm also very happy to see that you also get something to take away. You've been in the mainland for so long, and now you're finally back for the July 1st anniversary, Hong Kong's 25th year anniversary of return to China. So again, thank you so much for being with us.
I really wish we can find a place to really sit down and
grab
chill.
a drink.
Yeah.
So me and Janice, we're gonna go perhaps grab a drink afterwards.
And I wish
so
you
it's-
guys can join too.
Yes, it's really. I hope you guys enjoyed today's live streaming. Me and Janice, we walked for so long, such a long distance.
Yeah.
Let me have a minute to catch my breath. Yes. So once again, we're really happy. I'm really happy that Janice can be my tour guide today, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I think that's a wrap for us here in Hong Kong. Me and Janice, we're gonna go find a bar, drink some stuff, and
I'll introduce you to some of my friends. How about
great,
that?
great,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
I
yeah.
can't wait. So let's call it a wrap, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye bye.